My podcast is about like the highs and lows of life and all the beauty in between, and that they are not alone in the things they're experiencing, and also about like my chaotic life as a 20-year-old student who is trying to figure out what she likes and who she is. Hallo en welkom bij mijn podcast Is Okay.
It's a little bit strangely intimidating when you sit down here in front of this big microphone in your face, and now you have to speak and think, okay, the things that I say are going to be broadcast to whoever is out there and wants to listen.
I think it's the honesty and the way you can explain the things you're saying. With social media, you can do it too in a way, but when you type something, you read it over like 20 more times to make sure it's okay. And then with a podcast, you're just telling a story or saying something, and it's really nice to listen, and people also listen with intention to it.
Good morning, Darian.
Good morning, Constance. Nice to see you again.
It started off with the idea, let's just have a really nice chat and record it, and which is a very naive way of approaching a podcast because there's a lot more work that goes into it. The overall goal of using the podcast studio was to open up the space to have the conversation about wokeness and its relation to academic freedom.
I think it can be a really important tool for education, but also for science communication and outreach. For us, it's been a way also to engage with members of the broader community, so people who are not directly students or staff at the but are in some way involved in our activities. And I think it's an important way for us to also show that the conversations that we have, the things that we're talking about, have a broader societal relevance.
It is something that people can listen to in their own time. And it is something that people can listen to next to doing other things. For example, I like to listen to podcasts while driving.
My experience at the podcast studio, in like a few words, I think it's really easy and simple. Everything I need is here. I can use it. There's like a thing with all the explanation you need. So it's really easy to use.
Make a plan. Don't be too afraid. Don't be too naive.